Hi YouTube, I'm back again with another guitar gadget video. This is going to be a really short one. I want to show you, I've got a few short videos to make of gadgets which I think are really handy for me as a guitar player. The first thing is what comes in this box. With the name the right way up. A friend of mine plays bass in a band, and he suggested it to me. It's really handy for him. It's a wireless set for your guitar. I hadn't really thought it'd be that handy. I use cables all the time for a long time, and it all goes fine. Occasionally they break, but they all go fine. But he suggested to me, he found it handy when you're in like a tight space and you don't want to be tangled up with wires and you just move around a bit. And also then I looked up some reviews by a guy called Scott Ull. I hope I pronounced his name right. I'll put some link down at the bottom because he's done a huge amount of videos on the different wireless systems, the frequencies they use, and all on the bands they use and that. If you want to go really deep on it, he's got some great videos on that which give you some ideas. And his suggestions helped me decide to get this one, a relatively cheap one, the Harley Benton set. This is the 5.8 gigahertz band frequency range that they work on, as opposed to the 2.4, which I've understood there might be slightly more chance of interference from wireless stuff in the area, although they're still fine, but there's maybe a bit less chance with these. And I've started using them now, and I'm really impressed. There's not going to be sound examples because basically it just pass your guitar through on to your amp. You know, the signal goes. Let me show you. So this is the receiver. This is the sender. You turn them on, you plug them in, and it just works. It's fantastic. I have noticed there's a very slight boost in signal level coming out of the receiver compared to just the direct cable. But from my basic hearing of it, there's no change in the sound whatsoever. It works really handy. The things, these you charge up with a USB cable. So I fit it in the case. It comes with this bit, not with this bit. They've got loads of these laying around. So that's charge it. Takes a while to charge up, and they charge one at a time on the cable, if you get what I mean. Different versions of these charge in different ways. Some of them are recharging case, but this works out fine for me. And the battery life is definitely more than 5 hours. I've used them for that myself. I'm not quite sure how long it was. Definitely more than 5. According to the sales blurb, it's 6 hours. It should be going up to. And it just works. And the great thing I found about it, certainly live, recently I was at the place outdoors. We're having a kind of huge street party event. I was playing on the stage outdoors. And it made it possible for me to get off the stage and go down as the public to get a bit of interaction going. And I thought that was really great, because otherwise you've got cables and it's complicated. I really enjoyed being able to do that. So, yeah, this I think is a very handy thing. I don't use them all the time. You know, like sometimes, you know, if I haven't bothered to charge them, I'll take cable with me. I do take a cable with me just in case and leave it just down by the amp. And one time at a practice where I was really trying to figure out how long will they last, they did fail to plug the cable in, no problem. But that was deliberate to try and figure out how long, you know, how long do they keep going. And that's definitely more than 5 hours. Maybe it was 6 already. So if you're looking for one of these things, there's different makes. I got these from Harley Benton and they work really fine for me. I'll put a link down the bottom if you want to see them on the website. There'll be an affiliate link, all that kind of stuff. And check out that guy, Scott Ull, if you want to know more about the details, because he's got a whole series of reviews and details, also about the expensive ones. And I thought his suggestion was, the reason why these are really handy is that if you get one of this frequency range, you know, the 5.8 and the 2.4, you're not going to get any interference or fallout depending on the situation you're in. But these have been going great. So that's my tip for the day. There'll be another video about some other gadgets I like to use. Okay, bye for now, YouTube.